A common question in human belief systems is, why do so many people believe their religion is the one genuine route, while judging others as misguided or even false? This is no ordinary philosophical issue. It probes personal identity and emotion. Whether you're a teenager exploring spirituality or a spiritual veteran, this question challenges our values. Let's examine why people form such strong religious views, what psychological and cultural factors drive them, and how they affect other faiths. Upbringing and community pull. Religion is the prism through which many see the world. Family and community teach us about a faith from childhood. These teachings shape our thinking and morality. Stories, traditions, and morals make religion a cultural identity. More than answering existential concerns, these teachings guide you through life, death, and right and evil. Friends, religious leaders, and society reinforce this foundation as we mature. Belonging to a religious community is about participating in a huge narrative that gives life meaning. This shared relationship solidifies convictions. More than teaching, religion becomes a lifeline and a story that links the individual to something higher. Comfort of certainty. Religion can also be ingrained because it provides comfort in an uncertain environment. Many religions claim to have the ultimate truth, a beacon of clarity in life's complexities. Although comfortable, this assurance can also generate resistance to different viewpoints. The concept that there may be different pathways to spiritual fulfillment or understanding the divine can be uncomfortable since it threatens to undermine these beliefs. Many reject or dismiss anything that threatens their beliefs due to cognitive dissonance. Humans desire worldview consistency, even if it means ignoring contrary evidence. Security drives confirmation bias, when people favor information that confirms their beliefs and reject anything that disagrees. This practice is a technique to sustain inner serenity in a chaotic world, not only a protective mechanism. Holding on to one's religion as the only path can feel like an anchor amid a storm. Even as doubt waves crash over them, that conviction provides a sense of safety and anchoring in life's ever-changing tides. Group identity and belonging. Religion brings identity and belonging, not just spiritual comfort. Joining a religious group is like joining a broader family beyond shared ideals. Knowing that others see the world the way you do, support the same routines, and give understanding, especially when life throws you a curveball, is comforting. In times of need, this collective identity provides emotional and financial support. However, this strong sense of belonging can also lead to an us versus them mentality that breeds suspicion and hate toward non-believers. Not simply religious, human nature. Because it's safe, we join values-based groups. These groups confirm our worldview, offering us security in a difficult environment. However, in-group bias might cause blind spots. It can be difficult to understand or respect other religions. Being part of a like-minded society can easily lead to the notion that one's faith is the only truth, leaving little opportunity for other ways. Familiarity appeal. Familiarity is comforting. A belief system stabilizes when it answers life's biggest questions: morality, purpose, and death. Such ideas are the only truth many know. Despite life's volatility, rituals, prayers, and teachings become routine. This familiarity grounds and comforts. It creates continuity between history, present, and future. Comfort can make people resistant to fresh ideas. When religion has guided and comforted one, the idea that other religions may have genuine ideas might feel like an existential threat. Being able to practice numerous religions and find spiritual fulfillment might be stressful. It's easier to stick with what we know and feel safe than to explore new beliefs. The legacy of history. Religious tolerance has suffered throughout history. Centuries of strife, religious wars, and generations of persecution have shaped the collective consciousness. These occurrences often instill skepticism or enmity toward other religions. Past disputes reinforce the perception that one's religion is the truth while others are foolish or dangerous. These old wounds heal slowly. Generational narratives of religious strife often shape a culture's identity, reinforcing biases and falsehoods. They make it hard to understand other religions and empathize with them. History cannot be changed, but understanding its influence helps explain why religious ideas are so ingrained and why tolerating other faiths can be so difficult. Final reasons for believing one's faith is the sole genuine route are complicated and multifaceted. Upbringing, community, comfort, and history create our worldview and place in it. However, knowing these impacts can help us bridge faith gaps and increase empathy and connection. Leadership and institutions in religion. Religious leaders and institutions shape followers' beliefs and worldviews. They often highlight what makes their religion special. Exclusivity can foster group loyalty and appreciation, but it can also build obstacles that make other faiths hard to accept. Remember that religious leaders are also cultural and religious products. These influences and their own traditions often inform their teachings. Religious institutions interpret sacred texts and beliefs for their followers. Interpretation might foster the sense that their religion is the only truth. They may subconsciously or actively convince followers that studying different views is pointless or dangerous. This can assist preserve a cohesive community, but it limits exposure to other ideas, diminishing interfaith discussion and understanding. Personal spiritual experiences deep impact. Few things reinforce belief like personal spiritual encounters. These intimate, emotionally intense encounters might feel like direct links with the divine, bolstering the belief that one's religion is the truth. The affirmation of beliefs can be overpowering for people who have discovered serenity in prayer, clarity in meditation, or deep interactions with a higher power. These events often solidify a person's faith, making it harder to evaluate other religions as spiritual paths. Personal spiritual experiences are highly subjective. A divine encounter may be interpreted differently by different religions. These encounters are hard to compare or explain, which might lead to exclusivity. This happened to me, therefore my path must be the right one. However, realizing that spiritual experiences can be understood in many ways might broaden the perspective and allow for the possibility that other faiths may give important and transformational experiences. The limited exposure challenge. People often hold strong religious convictions because they've had little significant exposure to other religions. Without direct contact with people of different religions, prejudices and secondhand knowledge are easy to fall back on. Lack of exposure can blind one to other religions' beauty, wisdom, and truth. Without exposure to other opinions, people are less prone to question their own, and their worldview might become rigid. Learning about various religions through interfaith discourse can drastically change one's perspective. It helps us discover connections like compassion, generosity, and the desire for meaning while recognizing the great diversity of spiritual systems. Exposure to varied viewpoints challenges preconceptions, fostering growth and change. As they see their faith reflected and compared against human spirituality, they frequently obtain a deeper knowledge of it. By exploring new ideas, we strengthen our convictions and build a global spiritual community. We may unite in diversity and honor humanity's many holy experiences via discourse and understanding. Accepting religious diversity. Religious pluralism holds that various religions can coexist, each offering its own spiritual path. This perspective includes questioning firmly held views, being open to new ideas, and listening. Pluralism implies acknowledging that others perceive great spiritual truths in their own unique ways, not giving up faith. It encourages debate and understanding, where diverse opinions strengthen rather than divide. Religious plurality contradicts the idea that there is one heavenly path. Instead, it praises human spirituality as threads in a great tapestry, each contributing to a richer understanding of existence. This perspective promotes a more inclusive worldview where empathy and respect lead interactions with those who disagree. We seek solutions to life's most profound questions together, which connects us. Conclusion: accepting diverse beliefs. It's normal to think your religion is right, especially if it molds your identity, community, and purpose. Understanding why people believe differently might broaden your horizons. We can treat religious variety with kindness by acknowledging the psychological, cultural, and historical variables that generate religious commitment. We may learn from each other in a world of various beliefs, improving our understanding. If this topic intrigued or moved you, join our community. For more thought-provoking content about the beauty of humanity, subscribe to our channel.